We have the ever popular peppermint. Mentha pepperita, the herb of the mind, and one of my favorites. I love peppermint, it's so versatile. You can use it in tea, you can use it in cooking, salads. It's wonderful for the whole family. Children can take it, your grandparents can take it. It's one of the most versatile herbs I think that we have. And I also love it because you can get the cultivated versions in the store that you buy. You can grow it at home. And then in a lot of areas, it's pretty abundant wild also. I really love going camping and finding some fresh mint out in the wild and making wild mint tea while I'm camping. That is super fun. And so peppermint is just one of those happy, spunky, bright herbs. A lot of good medicinal properties. So again, aids with digestion. We've seen this theme through this whole family. And again, another bidirectional, so great for calming, but is also stimulating. So once you take the plant in, it will adjust your physiology and give you what you need. It's a wonderful nerve tonic. It's a great antispasmodic, so it's going to help calm the smooth muscles in your body. It's a wonderful diaphoretic, so it's great for dispersing heat out of the body. It has a lot of antiseptic properties. And here's another one. Now we're moving into something unique to peppermint. It's a wonderful analgesic, so especially when you use it topically. It has great anti-itching properties. Internally, it's wonderful for many things. It's a heart tonic and helps aid circulation. It soothes the nerves and eases tension. It aids digestion by relaxing the smooth muscles of the digestive system, so it kind of calms down your digestive system but allows you to still digest. It's a wonderful post-meal tea. You could add it to that fennel basil combination that we talked about earlier. Reduces gas. It's great for headaches. And it's really good for headaches that are associated with digestive issues. So indigestion, any kind of gas or bloating that might lead to a headache. It's connected to headaches that are connected to digestion. So it helps alleviate those, but it's also good for any kind of headache. Another insomnia fighter, so it's going to help minimize insomnia for you. As we talked about before, it's a wonderful partner to rosemary for hot tea and iced tea. You can use it for mouth issues, so back to making your own mouthwash and having the antibacterial, anti-inflammatory formulas for the mouth, which again, I would just make a really strong tea and use that as a mouth rinse. But you could add peppermint to that formula and that will kind of help it taste better too. Get a little bit of a mintiness to it. It stimulates bile secretions. So this is one where you want to be a little bit careful if you don't have a gallbladder. You don't want to have too much peppermint tea, but a little bit will be fine. It's wonderful for the common colds as well as something as strong as influenza. So very versatile there. And peppermint is probably the best cooling tea for a hot summer day. Again, if you want to make your cooling summer tea a little bit more interesting, you could do a basil peppermint. Really wonderful combination. It kind of gives a little bit of a more interesting flavor factor when you add the basil to it, and sometimes it's something that people can't quite identify, so you have that like secret ingredient that will impress your friends. Topically, this is where we go back to our essential oil blend in the carrier oil. You can add a little bit of peppermint for the analgesic properties. And also it's very cooling. It's very cooling topically as well, so it'll be great for any kind of swelling and inflammation also because it's going to take the heat out of that quickly. I also love peppermint if you are a fan of the foot rubs. Peppermint is wonderful for a foot massage oil or to add to any kind of a foot cream. If you're somebody who suffers from having hot feet, you could use either a peppermint lotion on your feet, or you could make a peppermint mist with water, which is very easy. Just get yourself a mister bottle, fill it with water. You could add a little bit of aloe vera if you wanted to, and then again follow our dilution rates. So I would always start with, a 0.5 to 1% to begin with and see how that works. And then if you need to make it a little stronger, you can. But you could make a little foot spray for yourself. Peppermint is a wonderful tonic for children and teens. It's really good for the whole family. You can go from the young to the old. But I think of peppermint as like the classic children's herb. And if you wanted to do something that was slightly more gentle, then you could use spearmint. Spearmint's a little harder to find as a fresh plant, so peppermint is a great choice and readily available. For children, it will do the same thing. It's great for digestive issues, it helps calm the nerves, it increases circulation, it supports the respiratory and immune systems, and it's a great natural anti-inflammatory. And peppermint is a plant that's really fun to grow at home with the kids because they can grow their own plant, they can make their own homemade medicine or homemade teas with it and kind of go through the whole process, which is super exciting. The essential oil of peppermint, also again, very potent, something you want to dilute down, and great for the digestive issues, as we talked about, the whole herb. So you could blend this with the marjoram or the basil and make a topical oil that you could massage onto your abdomen. If you're somebody who has a little bit of trouble with digestion, it will just help calm down any intestinal spasms, allow the digestive process to still happen. It's wonderful for people who have irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, inflammatory bowel disease. Just helps keep that lower intestinal tract calm, but still functioning properly. And aids with gas and bloating, etc. Wonderful for migraines. And again, this is another one that you'll want to avoid during the first trimester of pregnancy. So always double check your essential oils if you are pregnant or planning to become pregnant.